In the heart of West Africa, a young military captain has captured the attention of an entire continent. His name is Ibrahim Traoré. At just 34 years old, he became the world's youngest head of state when he seized power in Burkina Faso in 2022. But Traoré is not just another leader. To many, he represents something much bigger, a defiant challenge to neocolonialism, a voice for Pan-Africanism, and a symbol of hope for a new generation in Africa. Ibrahim Traoré was born in 1988 in Bondoukoui, a town in western Burkina Faso. Like many of his generation, he grew up amid political instability, economic hardship, and the growing threat of terrorism in the Sahel region. After studying at the University of Ouagadougou, he joined the military and quickly rose through the ranks. In 2022, dissatisfaction with the government's failure to handle insurgent violence boiled over. The people were losing faith. The army, already split by frustrations, acted. In September of that year, Captain Traoré led a coup that ousted Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Damiba. Citing the government's inability to tackle jihadist threats and restore security, Traoré stepped in, announcing a new transitional government under his leadership. From the beginning, Traoré signaled that he was different. He refused the lavish lifestyles often associated with heads of state. Instead of presidential palaces, he appeared in simple military fatigues. His speeches were direct, often fiery, and aimed at both the Burkinabe people and foreign powers. One of his first acts was to call out the role of France, the former colonial power, accusing it of interference and exploitation. He called for an end to neocolonial control and demanded that African nations take control of their resources, security, and political future. Under his rule, French troops were asked to leave the country. In their place, Traoré pursued new alliances with Russia and other non-Western powers, stirring both hope and controversy across the continent. Burkina Faso is at the center of one of the world's deadliest conflicts. Armed Islamist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS have terrorized villages, displaced millions, and paralyzed the economy. Ibrahim Traoré's government declared security to be its top priority. Under his command, the military was restructured, and thousands of civilian volunteers were mobilized to support national defense efforts. He initiated efforts to rearm the army and promised to defend every inch of Burkinabe territory. At the same time, he promoted agricultural reform, anti-corruption measures, and a return to national sovereignty in every sector, from mining to media. Ibrahim Traoré's rhetoric has found echoes far beyond Burkina Faso. In Mali and Niger, similar anti-Western movements have gained momentum. These countries, along with Burkina Faso, now form a new regional alliance, the Alliance of Sahel States. Their goal to collaborate on defense, development, and the rejection of foreign military presence. This alliance marks a bold shift away from traditional Western partners, especially France and the United States. Traoré speaks openly about African unity, economic independence, and cultural revival. His ideas reflect the legacy of earlier African revolutionaries like Thomas Sankara, who also led Burkina Faso in the 1980s. Traoré often invokes Sankara's memory, praising his vision of self-reliance, integrity, and social justice. Many young Africans now see Traoré as a modern heir to that revolutionary spirit. But Traoré's leadership is not without criticism. Human rights organizations have raised concerns over the military's conduct, especially in conflict zones. The government's crackdown on certain media outlets and opposition voices has sparked fears of authoritarianism. Economically, Burkina Faso remains fragile. Inflation, unemployment, and displacement continue to plague the country. And while some hail the pivot toward Russia and other non-Western powers, others worry about dependency and transparency in those new relationships. Despite these concerns, many Burkinabe citizens still support Traoré, viewing him as a necessary disruptor in a broken system. Captain Ibrahim Traoré stands at a crossroads, not just for Burkina Faso, but for all of Africa. His bold rejection of foreign influence and call for self-determination resonate with a continent long scarred by colonialism and exploitation. His success, or failure, will shape the future of African politics for years to come. As the world watches, one thing is clear: Ibrahim Traoré is not just leading a country, he is leading a movement.